Just to the tariff. You know, circumstances change all the time. We want to bring in New York Congressman and House Financial Services Committee member Mike Lawler. Great to have you with us, Congressman. I want to share this. This is an interesting bit of sound. This is Lindsey Graham, and he talks about President Biden and being compromised. I want to get to that before we talk tariffs because I think people have a right to know what was going on over the last several years at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Listen to this, get your reaction on the other side.
I think most Americans believe President Biden was compromised. It was pretty obvious toward the end. I think we need to understand how the system works.
We need to understand how the system worked. Cover-up, conspiracy, you hear people throwing around lots of inflammatory language, Congressman, but the bottom line is somebody knew something and didn't say.
No question, Kevin, and thanks for having me. I mean, when you think back to FDR's health challenges and how that administration at the time covered up much of it, the lack of obvious 24-hour news cycles, social media, et cetera, to provide the American people with the level of insight. It's really shocking that this happened in 2024, that the White House, that the administration was able to basically hide the cognitive decline of a sitting president of the United States. It was obvious to anybody with a brain. I sat down with President Biden in person in May of 2023 in a one-on-one meeting and was shocked when he pulled out note cards to start talking to me about the border crisis and lost his train of thought numerous times in the discussion. But that, I think anybody who saw him on a, individual basis or engaged with him in a actual dialogue about substantive policy,
right,
is not surprised by what happened. I think what is most alarming, however, is the fact that you had individuals in the White House, in his administration, that partook in this charade, this cover-up, of his cognitive decline. You had people that were acting on his behalf, making decisions, especially around foreign policy,
right,
that is really alarming and scary, frankly.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the people inside the White House. It also was the assembled press. They're around him enough to have known, and they really ran cover, I think it's fair to say. About a minute ago, I did want to get you to weigh in on the tariffs. We have a graphic. I want to show this for the folks at home. Yeah, there are some countries that are going to be sort of hit with new baseline tariffs. Canada among them at 35, India 25. That's what happens when you're dealing with the Russian economy as well as they are. Very quickly, do tariffs work, and is this the right strategy from your vantage point?
Look, as I've said from the beginning, using tariffs as a means to force trade renegotiations is an effective tool.
Yeah.
We have already seen Japan, Vietnam, Thailand, the EU, China negotiations well underway. That would not have happened but for the use of tariffs. I think when you're looking at a country like India, it's important that we have a strong relationship, but they need to stop purchasing Russian gas and military equipment. And so that is part of the negotiations here, forcing these countries to come to the table, come to a trade agreement. As I've said, as you approach Labor Day, if these trade deals are online, the economy is going to boom. And that's what we will see, especially with the One Big Beautiful Bill passed, the tax bill done, deregulation coming into effect, increased domestic production of energy. All of this is going to have a positive impact on the economy and job growth as we move forward.
Yeah, and I think people will learn, once again, the resilience of the American economy is unlike any other on the globe. By the way, for the record, I do know, and we're out of time, that you are for congressional stock trading restrictions and eliminating that ability for some congressional lawmakers who seem to have been able to outpace Warren Buffett. So we got to put an end to that as well. We'll talk about that next time we have you.
No question.
Yeah, thank you so much, Congressman
Thank you.
Lawler. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.